We are back at LWG for a fun, exciting, and I guess attempted competitive battle report. We're giving the Ogor Mawtribes, who have just broken out of the Northern Wastes again with their new Battletome, allied up with the Beastclaw Raiders. It is going to be fun and a debut of the new Battletome here at LWG. As you can see, like I said, we're here in the Northern Wastes, got some mountain pass that the new Mawtribes are rampaging through, and lo and behold, they come across the tribe of Khorne mortals ready to spill blood for the blood god. We're set for a great battle. So today I'm joined by Ross, and we're set up to play Focal Points is the mission. And if you aren't familiar with it, and I'll just do a quick rundown so we're all on the same page. Focal Points is one of my favorites. Actually, dare I say, my favorite of all the missions in the new handbook. There are 5 objectives. There's one in the middle, and then there's one here and one there, and there's one here and one up there, marked by the treasure chests. The way that it works is you have the most models within 6 inches of an objective. You control it. At the end of your turn, you can score. If you hold the one in the middle, you get 2 points. Each other objective is worth 1, unless you control the ones that are across from each other. So this one and this one, if you hold both of those, you get 3. If you hold this one and this one, you also would get 3. This can be a very high-scoring game, and it's a fun one because every type of unit has a place in this mission. Outflankers can threaten the backfield. Battle line units can hold down the middle. It's just one of these fun missions that's not gimmicky. It's just a good, straightforward playthrough of some Age of Sigmar, and I love it. So that's the battle here for today, and we are playing 2,000 points. And yeah, we're not going to pick a realm. This is just a debut for the Ogres. So that's that. We're set for some fun. Me and Ross, big showdown here in the Northern Wastes. It is a momentous, auspicious day because the Ogor Mawtribes Battletome has been released, and there was much rejoicing. Yay! Ross, I'm here with Ross. This is Ross's Ogre army, and he has been waiting a long time for the Mawtribes to come out and getting an update, some updated rules. And my, oh my, are they updated? I think that this book is going to be fantastic. So now, this is our first run through with it, and it didn't quite have. This is just your collection from before, correct?
Yes, yeah.
Right.
This is stuff I have been building for a while, waiting for this book to come out.
That's right, and it looks fantastic. And but that being said, as you can see, we do not have the Maw Pot because I guess these guys are going to have to go find a Maw Pot because they didn't know they needed one. So they're going to kill me, smash up my armor, and turn it into a Maw Pot. Right? That's the plan. So. But we won't be using it. We don't want a proxy. I know a lot of people would want a proxy one just to try out the rules. It does look good. It does look really strong, especially I think it helps the casters out, yeah. Which would be fantastic. But
and it heals wounds.
But we don't want to do that. We don't have the motto. We're not going to play with it. I think, and it's fair to see what it would be like without it too. And it's something to look forward to. So Ross, why don't you take it away?
This is a 2,000 point Ogre army. We are running with the Blood Gullet Mawtribe.
Yes.
So we have our Tyrant with the Splattered Cleaver. He is my general. And then we have the Slaughtermaster, which is the old character model called Skag. We were talking about that earlier, Jared.
Yes.
He has the following: Wizard Skin Apron, his
two spells.
Two spells of Blood Feast and Greasy Deluge.
Now, I guess the reason why, because we're trying to figure this out together, so we're going through a lot of the leaks and stuff, but we wanted to get one out to you early.
Yeah.
When you're the Blood Gullet Mawtribe, all of your butchers, which he is, get an additional spell from the lore of the whatever, the guts, or whatever it's called. So that's why he has 2. And now I know his artifact does the Wizard Skin Apron, which is hilarious. He just makes an apron out of a wizard. Lets him cast an additional spell. Yep. So right now with Blood Gullet plus that, he can cast 3 spells a turn.
Yeah, who can cast 3 spells in this game? Gosh.
It's like that guy in Nagash.
Yeah.
So, so his normal spell that he has makes all the ogres can do a new bite attack. So he can make that more powerful, and it heals them when they bite. And the Blood Feast one gives +1 attack to a non-monster ogre unit, which is phenomenal. And then Greasy Deluge is pick an enemy unit in 18, and they are -1 to hit till your next hero phase. And that was one of the big changes that was awesome.
Yes.
Was a lot of your stuff changed to until the next hero phase.
Yeah.
So you don't lose your stuff in the middle of the turn anymore, which is pretty cool. So.
All right, and then for my last HQ will be a classic Fire Belly with the Tongue of Flame. You cast it a 6-up. You pick one enemy unit with 5 or more models with an 18. And then every time that you makes a move, it suffers D3 mortal wounds. So that's your movement, your assault, and your pilot. So, you know, if you're going to come at me, you're going to pay for it every bit of the way.
It's a little short range, but that is crazy. That's going to change how you play. So, wow, good stuff.
All right, so for my battle line, I got Ogre Glutens over here. These are armed with they're dual weapon guys. There is a Bellower in the squad, and my other squad is armed with the fists that do a mortal wound back at you, and it's also the banner, which gives me a 6-up save against missile weapons.
Fantastic.
All right, we have a Huskerdon Stonehorn. He is black. His trait's gonna be Black Clatterhorn, which is +1 to hit for his rock hard horn.
Amazing.
And then to round it off, I got 2 Mournfangs doing their thing, and then also we have Gnashing Jaws.
Yep.
And then for one of my formations, I'll be taking the Tyrant Gut Guard. This will allow me to deflect wounds from my Tyrant onto my Gut Guard.
And you do have the 6 Iron Guts back there.
Yeah, 6 Iron Guts. Yeah, 6 Iron Guts. So
and the battalion is just the Tyrant and the Iron Guts, which is awesome because it doesn't take up. You don't have to take a lot of those units that you don't want to take.
Yeah, so. Yeah, which is always a good formations with battalions with less units to take, the better.
Awesome. And then one of the things that we're going to have to be aware of is one of the biggest new rules. Well, there's 2, I think. Was the one where now all the ogres on foot count as 2 models for controlling objectives, and then all the monsters, which I guess only the Thunder Tusk is,
I believe
count as 10.
Yeah.
Which that's going to be huge for the objective. And then every ogre on the field gets new impact hits with their flying blubber everywhere.
Yes.
And the way that works is when you do your charge roll, if you successfully charge, you were going to roll the number of dice that your charge roll was unmodified. So it's going to be anywhere from 2 to 12. And for every 6+, you do a mortal wound right away.
Yes.
That's before even people that strike first would attack. But if you're a monster, or you have 8 or more models in your unit, it's on a 4+. So that Stonehorn is going to be devastating on the charge.
Yes, they give up their usual D6 impact hits in exchange for that, and I will take the new rule any day of the week. I know there's a lot of internet chatter that says that they've been nerfed. People, they have not been nerfed. They have been corrected. The variability of the D6 Stonehorn roll has now been exchanged for something a little bit more consistent and a little bit more manageable.
Yeah.
Because there was nothing more annoying than taking your Stonehorn, charging him into combat, and only rolling 1 for your impact hits.
Yep. And you know, it might not be the greatest thing every time, but I think over the course of the game, it's going to more than make up for the changes. Stone Skeleton also changed to just a 5+ shrug.
Again, I will take that every day of the week. The half damage one from the original War Scroll did not really work, because if your opponent just hit you with 100 1 damage weapon shots, then you take 100 damage. You can never negate below 1.
At least that's how we play.
There's
just debate.
They got nerfed into that,
and that's what I like the most. Is now there's not any debate. You know, it's clear what is going on. So, but he's actually going to combo pretty well with the Mournfang. The Huskard's command ability is going to add +2 to the damage of the tusks from the Mournfang when they charge, instead of just 1. So they're damage 3. And then when the Stonehorn charges, he gets +1 damage to all of his mounts attacks too. So that's the feet and the horns. Devastating stuff. And then we were also looking in the future. There's another spell from the Butcher that could add another 1 damage to all the monsters, the mounts itself's attacks. We're talking damage 5 horns.
There does seem to be a theme with the new Ogorants of layered buffs. A lot like the orc. What's the orc book now called?
Orc War Clans.
Yeah,
Orc
War,
yeah.
it's in that same theme where you're going to be able to layer destruction upon layer of destruction to your enemy.
Yeah. I wouldn't say out the gate it's quite as reliable as
Yes.
Iron Jaws just do whatever they want. They don't have to roll.
True, yes.
I mean, it looks like, you know, ogres are going to be rolling, but they get a lot of payoff when it works. Yeah. So I think we're in for a treat. I'm really excited. I know we do apologize for the square base on the Tyrant, but you know what? This book didn't even come out yet as far as when we're recording this. So we're just trying to get a video up here to test it out and see what's going on. And I know Ross already has ordered the new Tyrant to replace that one. So it's going to be great. We're real excited. So thanks, Ross. Looking good. And moving over to Khorne. Blood for the Blood God. Skulls for the Skull Throne. We are back with Khorne, and I am giving my most recent another run here against the new ogres. So it's a pretty fun list. We are running the Gore Tide, which gives us the ability to make warriors and blood reavers run and still charge, and they automatically run 6. And then when we're near objectives, we also can reroll 1s to wound, which is pretty fun, and that's with all of our dudes. And then we have, you know, the artifacts and stuff for that kind of stuff. But we are over. We're gonna do. What are we running the battalion? Yeah, we're running the. I am running the Gore Pilgrims Battalion because that's my favorite one. And, of course, can't leave home without it. So we're going to go through the heroes here. For the General today, we have the Mighty Lord of Khorne on foot there with his super reality-splitting axe. I like him. He did great in my last battle versus the Bone Splitter, so he earned a spot. And he's going to come out for the battle today. He is going to be running the Gore-Tide artifact, or he's the general, so he gets +1 damage on his melee weapon. And since I have the battalion, he's also going to be taking the Gore Cleaver axe to make him do lots of choppiness. Behind him is his second in command, the Blood Secretor, and he is running the Gore-Tide artifact, I'm sorry, which is the Thronebreaker's Torque, which will allow his armor save to not be rendable. And then we've got a Blood Stoker, because he's fun. And behind them, 2 Slaughter Priests. The one on the left has Killing Frenzy, which is +1 to hit. And the one on the right is Bronzed Flesh for +1 save. That is my standard loadout. Always take it. It works great. They have the Khorne Altar, and flanking the Khorne Altar is the Bloodied Icon on the left, which makes multiple models run away, and Battle Shack Tester failed near it, and it does D3 mortals, so that could be scary for ogres. They'll have to watch out for that one. And everyone's favorite, the Wrath Axe. Everyone has to watch out for that. But I think we're gonna need it to fight these ogres. This is scary stuff, so they have a lot of wounds. And then the Blood Secretor, the Slaughter Priests, and the Blood Warriors and the Blood Reavers here are making up the battalion of the Gore Pilgrims. So we have 10 Blood Warriors over here on the left with the dual axes, and on the right 10 Blood Warriors with the Blood Fists. They're shields that reflect mortal wounds back, and then there are 10 Meat Ripper Axe Reavers and 10 Meat Ripper Axe Reavers over here. And then the heavy hitting contingent, the rest of our list, we've got 5 Skull Reapers on the left there, 5 Wrathmongers to give buffs and do their crazy hitting, because they're pretty good in combat. And then behind them, the elite of the Khorne Mortals army, the Mighty Skull Crushers. And they are going to be hopefully being able to deal with the Mournfang and the Stonehorn, but that guy does a lot of mortals. But we can do a lot of mortals on the charge too, so we're gonna have a little bit of a cavalry battle going on here. So that is the Khorne list for today, and hopefully, well, no matter what happens, Khorne will be praised, because Khorne cares not from whence the blood flows. All right, and we're back after deployment. So what went down? Here we go. So we'll start with Khorne. We've got the screening units of the Blood Reavers up in the front as always, supported with the second wave of our more elite. It's like it gradually gets more elite as it goes back. So we've got the Blood Warriors over here with dual axes. We've got the Blood Warriors with the shields. We've got the Skull Reapers anchoring this side. We've got the buffing Wrathmongers in the middle. We've got 2 Slaughter Priests. There's one right here. and there's one right here, wholly within 8, of course, of the altar. The General, the Mighty Lord of Khorne, is right there. The Secretor in a central position to give everybody buffs, and the Blood Stoker. And then in the back we have the 6 Mighty Skull Crushers, and that is the Khorne deployment. So we're going to fly over to look at the Beast Claw, or, well, they're not Beast Claw anymore. The Ogor Mawtribes.
Ogor Mawtribes.
So we'll start over here on their left flank. We've got the 2 Mournfang. We've got the Huskard on Stonehorn. We've got 6 Gluttons in the front there, ready to use their new rule to hold down objectives. We've got the Slaughtermaster. I think that's what he's called. Yeah, Slaughtermaster.
Yes, Slaughtermaster.
And then it's kind of like a triangular deployment. I like it, with the Iron Guts back with the Tyrant in the front. And some of you might be like, what is going on? Why is the Tyrant in the front? We never see that. Well, remember, he can pass wounds over to those Iron Guts, and that's a bit of a trap if you were to run in there and get them, because you just get eaten by all these angry ogres. And then there's the Firebelly and the Gluttons on this side, and that is the deployment for the Mawtribes. So Khorne, believe it or not, because we have that big battalion, we did drop first by 1 drop. So that was pretty handy. And I think, what am I going to do? I think we're going to take first turn because I want to get my buffs up. But then that gives you the double turn. That's scary. But let's do it. Let's risk it. Khorne's gonna go first. I want my buffs more than I think I'm afraid of the double turn from the ogres. So coming up, Khorne 1. Okay, after Khorne, turn 1, hero and movement phase. Where are we at? Well, we advanced and we're keeping the battle line disciplined and together and ready to strike against these vile ogre invaders. Although they're fun, because they like their slaying and they like their blood and guts, and we like that too. So what happened here? We've got, well, first of all, we put +1 to hit, and we failed the +1 save, but we did +1 to hit and the whip on the dual wielding warriors over here. Then we cast the axe, did go off, and the blooded icon, and we threw those up there as a screen, plus their debuffs should, with the -1 to hit and the bravery, the potential to lose more models if you fail a battle shock test from the icon, should, I hope, keep the ogres away from there, at least until the next turn. I could get doubled and they could disappear, and that's fine, but we're clearing it off now. We got a screen of Reavers built along this way, and we've got the warrior squad in here, the other warrior squad with the shields there. We've got our hero support with the Secretor, the General, the 2 Slaughter Priests, and the Whip Guy right there in the middle, with the Wrathmongers in the back, with Mighty Skull Crushers also in this area. They are wholly within 8 of the whip, so I can potentially whip them out and go far next turn. And then we've got the Skull Reapers off on the right. So that is our moving forward defensive block. I guess that's what we're doing here. And that'll be it. I did score some points. I have this objective here. I have that objective over there. And then we have the central objective. So we have 4 points to the Bloodbound. Well, I guess that's the Khorne Mortals from the Blades of Khorne. 4-0 going into, I'm going to say it, Ross. It's happening. Ogor Mawtribes, turn 1. Okay, so after the hero and movement phase for Mawtribes, this is where we're at. It was actually pretty cool hero phase. Ross is beside himself because he gets to do so much cool stuff now. So what went down? First of all, the what's he called? The fire guy.
Firebelly.
The Firebelly, that's right. Firebelly did his spell first, which was Tongue of Flames, and he put it on these Reavers because they were just in 18, and you can see the little fire markers, which is a nice touch, Ross, on them. So if they move, they're going to be starting to suffer D3 mortal wounds, which is crazy. And then the Tyrant did not bully anybody because Ross didn't feel that taking the mortal wounds at this point was necessary. He's not even sure he's going to have to take battle shock. So we'll see what happens. But pass it off for now. He still has 3 command points because he did buy that extra one. Then the Butcher did the +1 attack, which is Blood Feast or something like that on these guys. And he attempted to do the Greasy Deluge on, which is the -1 to hit on these guys over here, but failed to cast it. And then he also did Rock Chompa, which is the one that makes their bite attacks better, and that did go off.
Yeah, that did go off. It's the Rock Chomper.
Oh, it wasn't +1 attack. That's right. +1 attack failed to cast. It was just Rock Chomper made it over here. So now, if he did have the Maw Pod, he would have cast both of them though. So that was one thing. But honestly, at this point in the battle, it's fine. We're learning, and it wasn't that big of a deal either way. So then everybody advanced up. Again, keeping the Mournfang and the Stonehorn back there in support, counterattack position, which I think is going to be very important for Mawtribes. So he also made sure to be smart and keep his ogres outside of Blood Boil range. So everybody's outside of Blood Boil. If I go, I won't be able to Blood Boil. So that's that. And now we're in the shooting phase.
All right. So Tyrant Pistol into the front squad of guys there.
Okay. So
hitting on 4s, 1 hit. And wounding on 3s, no wound.
No wound from the pistols. And we does he have like a? He looks like he has a chain trap, right?
Yeah, the chain trap is a 12-inch range. That'll go on these guys, so that's going to hit on 4. No,
there's the miss.
Pistol from my Mournfang. That's not going to have range though.
Okay.
So let me just check one thing.
And we're in a bit of a positioning at this point anyway. So
all right, yep. I have no other shooting attacks with range, so we will now move to assaults.
Okay, charge phase. So I assume you're charging over here. All right.
Yes.
4 looks like it'll do it. Pretty sure you've made it within a half. We're gonna measure it up, and we'll come right back. Okay, so the gluttons have piled in. Ross has his dice ready for his first attack with
Alright, so I'm going to do the Gulping Bite first. So 1 attack per guy. We have 5 guys in range. That's a 1-inch attack. So it's 3s and 3s. So 3s.
There's a 6. You got Rock Chomp on. That's a mortal.
So 1 mortal and 3 hits. And then 3s to wound.
What? Well, it's still 2, right?
Yeah, so it's 2 wounds, no rend for 1 damage.
And a mortal. Yeah, so they only have a 6-up save. So that's going to be 3 guys dead already from just the bites. And if you would have been wounded, you would have healed up there. So,
yes, that is correct. I would have healed it for Rock Chomper.
Yeah, cool. And now this is the squad that has the paired weapons. So they're going to be getting an extra hit for every roll of a 6.
These guys get 3 attacks apiece, 3s and 3s. So 3s. I see at least 2 6s there.
So it's 2 extra hits.
And then I'm going to take all the hits out. I have added the extra. I added the extra hits. I need 3s now. All right.
Ouch.
So.
And these are -1, right?
No, they are not. There is no rend with these attacks.
No rend. Okay.
But there is a lot of wounds. Wow, that was a good roll. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 wounds, no rend. 2 damage.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. Blood for the blood god. 6s. We got 1.
2 damage apiece.
So that would have killed. That's at 5. That's 10. 16 Blood Reavers would have died right there. Plus the 3. You almost would have killed a squad of 20 right there. That's crazy. But that is my first blood tithe point and my first gorging at the hands of ogres. All right, after Ogor Mawtribes turn 1, they did blow those guys up, giving Khorne 1 blood tithe point. And it is the end of the round. There's no other fights, no battle shocks to take. And the ogres did score 2 points. They have this objective, and this one didn't have anybody within 6. And even if they had 1 model, it wouldn't have been enough because I had a lot of models on there. So that's that. So we're moving over after turn 1 to the all-important dice off. Here we go. Oh, that's not good. It's a 5 and a 1. Oh, looks like ogres out the door with. Is it a double turn?
Yes, it is.
It's a double turn. Time to gorge. I gotta roll for the judgments. So for the Wrath Axe, it disappears, and then the blooded icon does stay around. All right, we're back after Ogor Mawtribes turn 2. double turn. And this is where we're at. So what happened in the hero phase? Well, the Blood Secretor and the Gore Pilgrim's extended range did have a huge impact on the hero phase this time. So what went down? So the Fire Belly, right? He tried to cast the Cascade or the Tongue of Flames on these Blood Warriors. He was in 18 of them. Rolled like a 12 or something the first time, and then that banner made you re-roll, and it was a failed cast. Oh no, you did cast it.
Yeah.
Just on a 6, I believe is what it took. And then the Mighty Lord of Khorne's Doggo denied it. And then we went to the Butcher, or the Slaughtermaster. He went to pull guts out of the cauldron, and he actually got some bad meat and choked on it and suffered 2 wounds, which is part of the, I guess that was, I don't know if it's a new mechanic, but that's how he works now.
Yeah.
And then he has 3 spells to cast. So Ross did the Rock Champa, and had to re-roll it again because of this stinking banner, and failed, but did get a wound back, I think, from his cauldron there. And then he cast he tried to do the -1 to hit on these guys here, but again, the banner, re-rolling it, it failed, but you did get that wound back, so the Butcher's back to full. And then you did the +1 attack Blood Feast on these Gluttons. That did go off. I failed to deny it, and now they have +1 attack. And then for movement, we've got these Gluttons coming around here. The Iron Guts, the Gut Guard with the Tyrant and the Butcher, and the Fire Belly right here, moving up to the midfield to threaten that. I'm pretty sure you just took that objective because you have so many bodies now. These Gluttons, this is tough. We lost our screen, and now they're going to tie down my Crushers, which is not good. And we've got the Stonehorn and the Mournfang coming around the flank to... I think the Stonehorn's going to be able to make it in, and this is going to hurt. So that's that. Lots of stuff. Very quick action going on, and it's about to kick off and get bloody. So we're in the shooting phase of turn 2. Who's up first?
The Tyrant.
Tyrant. He's got his pistols.
Tyrant's going to shoot with his pistol. He's going to shoot at the squad directly in front of him. Hitting on 4s,
pistol,
1 hit.
The Reavers.
Wounding on 3s, 1 wound for -1.
I don't have a save.
So D3, you take cock dice. One wound.
1 wound. All right. So kills a Reaver. I think I'm gonna pull from over here because I don't really want to clear out that middle if I can help it. So 1 Reaver down, and who's up for more shooting?
It's gonna be the clan. This guy here, my Huskard with Clan Trap. He is going to target these guys here. It is a 12-inch range. It's Clan Trap, so it's 1 attack. Hitting on 4s. Yes.
That's a hit.
Wounding on 3s.
That's a wound.
3 damage.
Oh my gosh. 3 flat?
Yep, 3 flat.
Oh my lord. So 3 more Reavers down. We lost 4 already. All right, what else we got?
Firebelly does not.
6?
I doubt it. No.
He's just out. Because he can breathe fire.
Yeah, he has a fire-breathing shooting attack. So... And this guy here, he has a pistol, and he'll shoot at those guys there.
At the Blood Warriors, all right.
Yes. And let me just see their stat line. Their stat line is he hits on 4, hits, wounds on 3, no
wound. All right. But pretty good stuff. A little plinky shooting here and there. Good stuff. All right. So we're into Ogre's favorite phase, the charge phase.
Yep, charge phase.
So where are we starting?
Starting over here.
Oh,
4.
Nope. Now you do have 4 command points. No, you have 3 command points because I forgot to mention the Tyrant did punch these guys. They suffered 2 mortal wounds, but they don't fail battle shock for the rest of the battle. You still have 3 command points. Are you in range with your general? It's got to be, I think,
12.
12? Yeah. All right.
I will spend the command point.
I think you should.
And I will re-roll that. And it pays off with 8.
They're going to make it in. We'll see where they get to, and then we'll do their impact hits coming right up. So after the Gluttons charged in, they did get that 8, and they were able to make it all the way to here. Now, the way the new impact, the hit works for them is they pick an enemy unit in 1. So what Ross has decided to do, which I think is very clever, is to pick these Reavers as the screen unit and try to crush them down because these attacks happen before. I think they happen immediately, right? It says
an ogre makes a successful charge. Pick an enemy unit within 1 inch roll number of dice. We might have to.
I think it happens right. I think it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so see, you're looking for 6s here.
Sixes on 8 dice.
Any LWGs? No LWGs, but it was good tactically. A good move there. So, but they're stuck in. This is gonna be. It's getting crazy in here now.
Tyrant moving in.
Tyrant for the charge. Rolls the 7. He's gonna make it in. And he can actually squeeze through there. We already checked it out. So
what, squeeze through there?
You could if you wanted to. You don't have to, but you could.
I like that idea. I'm going to try to do that.
And I assume trying to impact hit those Reavers there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Impact hits.
Nothing.
Yeah.
But that means you're saving it for the Stone Horn. I don't like it. I don't like it.
These guys.
So here come the Iron Guts.
Oh, 3.
You're not going to make it, but you could CP if you wanted.
I'm going to CP that.
Okay. That'll do it on an 8. Here come the Iron Guts. We'll get them moved up, and then we'll do the impact hit. Impact hit from the Iron Guts. Looking for those 6s. There's one.
Got one.
All right, so it kills another Reaver, and we'll get that guy pulled off. And who is charging next?
I want
the Gluttons, probably.
The Gluttons.
Yep. So Glutton charge. Oh, it's an 11! It's a big, huge charge. We'll get that moved up and come right back. All right, after the 11-inch charge from the Gluttons, we have got the impact hits. 11. No.
Looks like you're lucky again.
Oh, lucked out. The LWGs did not show up. Oh, that was terrifying.
All right.
But this is not
Stone Horn.
Here comes the Stone Horn. Oh, 12. He just rolled a 12 for the Stone Horn. So you're going to roll 12 dice, and 4 pluses are going to be mortals here.
So we're going to go here.
You're going to go for the Mighty Crushers?
Yes.
They do have that good save, so I think that's wise.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Here.
12.
So here's the 12 impact hits on a 4 plus because he's a monster. Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4,
5.
That's
going to kill an entire Mighty Skull Crusher. Just dead on the charge. Terrifying stuff.
This is overkill on the end. Well, we'll wait and see on that.
So the Mournfang rolled a 5 for their charge and did not get in. However, Ross has decided he could spend the CP but doesn't want to at this point. Man, and I did remove the Mighty Skull Crusher from here, so hopefully that Stonehorn can't really get to my guy. Wow. Wow, this is scary stuff. All right, we're moving to the combat phase. So do we have any buffs that we want to spend at this point with CPs? Because it's the start of the combat phase. You could do all-out assault. I could do all-out assault. I do have 2 command points still. So we're going to come back after we decide, and we'll let you know. Okay, so Ross has decided to spend his last CP on these Gluttons, all-out attack. Then this is the hero that's triggering it, the Stonehorn, to allow them to reroll 1s to hit. I am also spending one of my 2 CPs to reroll saves of 1 on my Crushers, because I can't have them getting deleted right now. So that's where we're at. And Ross, who is the first one to attack?
I want my beefed up squad to go first against your Blood Crushers.
Okay. Okay. All right. Cool.
So let me move them in.
Okay.
Oh, I did not get the Rock Crusher off, so it's 6.
No Rock Crusher, but we do have +1 attack. So the first thing is going to be the Gulping Bites from the Gluttons into the Mighty Skull Crushers.
All right. So this is 3s to hit, re-rolling 1s. Ugh, a lot of 2s.
Still. Oh my gosh.
And then 3s to wound.
3s to wound. 4.
1, 2, 3, 4 so far. No rend, 1 damage.
Okay, so no rend. That puts them to a 3-up save. And we would re-roll 1s, but that's a 2, so we take 1 damage. So the Gluttons are going in now with their main attacks into the Mighty Skull Crushers. And we did the math. Each one's going to have 4 attacks, except for the leader has 5. And since they have paired weapons, the 6s to hit are going to give them an additional attack. And you use all-out attack, so you're re-rolling 1s to hit. Okay, so here we go.
Starting with 3s to hit.
All right, wow.
Re-rolling
6s.
Re-rolling 1s.
Yep.
Do you see any more 1s, Jared?
I don't, but that is a lot of sixes. Oh, another 6. So 2s are gonna miss. Wow, this is nuts.
And can you give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more dice.
10 6s were rolled for extra hits. Wow. All right, so now after those 10 additional hits, you've got 3s to wound from the ogres. There's a 1. Look at all those dice. Oh my gosh. We'll count it up and we'll come right back. 22, you said?
So yes, we have done 22 wounds to Jared, and he now has to roll his saves.
3 ups, re-rolling 1s. Here we go. That's a pretty good save. Oh my, there's a lot of 1s. There's a lot of 1s. I'm glad I spent that. Okay, oh, here's one down here too. And the re-roll. Oh, okay, so we failed 1, 2, 3. I mean, you can't ask for better than that. We were both rolling hot. I failed 3.
That is 6 damage.
6 damage. Oh, that's still gonna. I mean, that was. Next up is the Blood Warriors. We did their piling. So there's 5 of them on the Tyrant, and there's 5 on the Stonehorn. They're still in coherency, we're doing against the Tyrant first. So there's 4 dudes here plus the Gorgley. We're gonna do the normal dudes first. So here we go. They're hitting on 3s, and they have paired weapons, so they do reroll 1s. Okay, so we got a bunch of misses. And then they have the extra attack too from the Secretor. I forgot to mention that. And we're wounding on 4s. Oh, nice roll. Okay, so that's 5 so far on the Tyrant. All right, and we forgot to mention it, but the Tyrant does have Fate Seeker, which is his thing. It gives him +1 save. He has a 3-up save here against these.
Okay, so I take 2 wounds.
They're just 1 damage, so 2 wounds going through.
And I will now roll to...
You can pass them over to the Iron Guts, right?
Passing them on to the Iron Guts on 4 ups.
No, so he does take 2, but that's fine. That's fine.
He has 8 wounds, so it's...
And now next is the Gorglaive going into the Tyrant. This hits on 3s. Okay, so they all hit. And this wounds on 3s. So 3 minus 1s on the Tyrant. And that's going to be 4 up. Yep.
1.
Ooh, save 2. That is 2 damage. So now we're going to try to shrug them over to the Iron Guts.
And
shrug 1.
Shrug 1 and he takes 1.
So the Iron Guts take a mortal and the Tyrant takes 1 wound from the Blood Warriors. And now next up we have the rest of the Blood Warriors into the Stonehorn.
Recording.
So this is the 5 Blood Warriors plus the Blood Warrior Champion going into the Stonehorn. So they're hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s for paired. I think I forgot to do this over there, but I do hit on 2s because I did get my buff off. So they're all hit, and then forgot to do the whip too, but I'll punish myself. That's how I remember. So these guys are going to wound on 4s, and they're re-rolling everything, which is what I forgot to do before, but we're not going back now. And yeah, re-rolling all the fails, so a lot better on the Stoner. So 5, 10, 13 wounds, no rend, 1 damage on the Stonehorn.
Probably what, 5 up?
4 up.
4 up?
Actually, 13 wounds into the Stonehorn.
Saving on 4s with a 5 up ignore.
Zathard.
Alright, so removing the fails.
Oh, that was a good roll, man.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
So you failed 3, it looked like?
I failed 5, but I get the 5 up, feel no pain, which I make 2, so nice. I take 3 wounds.
Only 3 getting through from the Blood Warriors. That is not good. Not good. Now we're going back over to the Ogres. Okay, so next for the Mawtribes, the Gluttons piled in here, and they have pulled in a whole bunch of stuff, but they can only attack the Blood Warriors or the Skull Reapers. It looks like there's 2 into the Warriors, 3 into the Skull Reapers, and there's 1 model that couldn't make it in because they're fatties.
Yeah.
So, what are you doing here?
All right, I got my 3 guys. They're going into your Skull Reapers there, the shirtless dudes. So these are their Gulping Bites, 3s and 3s. So hit once. Yep. 1 wound, no rend, 1 damage.
Okay, so they were 4 up. Saved it. Okay.
Now these are their just their hand-to-hand weapons hitting on 3s.
And these guys have the fist, so they're not getting the additional hits on.
They do not. Right. They do not. And then 3s to wound.
Oh, man.
Take 4 wounds, no AP, 2 damage apiece.
Oh man. Okay, 4 up. Oh, that was solid. I made all of them. Honestly, I think I needed that, Ross. I am taken aback by
these. Let's go up here to your Blood Warriors.
Onto the Blood Warriors.
Blood Warriors, I got 2 guys. Again, these are both bites fail. And then these are your hacking. These are just their hacking blades. Yep. 3s and 3s.
Nice.
So that's 50% right there. And 3 wounds. 2. No rend.
Okay, nice wound roll. They have a 4 up, but they also are packing shields just like you. So 6s are going to reflect mortals back. Okay, so we failed 1. That's going to kill a dude. We passed 2, but 1's a mortal. So you take a mortal back, which will bring that 1 ogre down to 1 remaining. And then you killed one of our dudes, so he's going to immediately pile in and attack you. So it's just a normal guy. We'll pick one from the front over here. And he hits on 3s, so 1 hit. And he wounds on a 4. No wound. So he just got crunched by that ogre, so he's down. Cool. And Khorne will be up next. Okay, next up, we're going to do the Reavers. So they're piling in on the Iron Guts. This is going to be Reavers versus Iron Guts. If they can just maybe do 1 wound, I'll be happy. So here they go. They're hitting on 4s. Okay, and they're not doing any re-rolling here. That was a solid roll from those guys. Look at that. And then they're wounding on 4s. Wow. Well, they're angry. They're seeking glory in the face of Khorne and in certain death. And they do put through 8 wounds at rend 1 onto the Iron Guts.
These are 5s.
We're all relearning together.
Okay.
Wow. See, wow. Did they kill an Iron Gut?
All right. So you did 6 wounds. 1, 2, 3, and then
4. Well, they're 4 wounds each.
Oh, yeah, okay. So 3. So
I think one guy has. I killed 1, and 1 has 1 wound left.
Yeah.
Yep. Wow. Reavers doing great before their immediate death at the hands of Iron Guts. So who's up next? Are the Iron Guts just going to smash them now?
Yeah, everything that I'm in base contact with is gone. So
I mean, you could do the Stonehorn. You could do the Tyrant.
But those guys are fought. Yeah, those guys. I mean,
it doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, so Iron Guts are going to smash some Reavers. Okay.
I need 3s to hit, 3s to wound, and then you die.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be painful. So Iron Guts into the Reavers.
Hitting on 3s. Removing misses.
I can just hear the splatter sound. It's like they're like fruit ninjas with my Reavers of the fruit.
All right, wounding on 3s. So 1, 2, 3, 6 wounds at -1.
I don't have a save.
3 damage apiece.
18 dead Reavers. That is a blood tie point, ladies and gentlemen, coming right through. We'll clean that mess up and come right back. All right, Skull Reapers have piled it to the Gluttons, and they're up next. They're under the banner, so each one has 5 attacks. Oh, wait, they might have a... Hold on. Keep recording, that's fine. Yep, no, they have another attack, so that's 5 more because of the Wrathmongers. This is a lot of attacks. So the Skull Reapers have piled in. They're under the banner effect. They're by the Wrathmongers with an 8. So they have +2 attacks. That's 6 attacks per model. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling all failed because the Ogres have 5 or more models. And 6s to hit are going to do mortals. So this is going to be... This is like a Skull Reaper's dream. So here we go. And rerolling all the fails. So we'll take out the 2s and 3s. Oops, knocked that one over. Wow, that was a lot. Okay. Not a lot of 6s. Not like your 6s when you rolled. That was crazy. And here's the reroll. Okay, so we picked up a few there. Okay, so we've got 7 mortal wounds, and then those are all hits. And then these are wounding on 3s. There's 2 that I dropped. Wounding on 3s. And these are with no rerolls at all. And you have the fist though, so this could be a bad idea. You're gonna hit me back. So, but what we did do, 5, 10, 15, 20 wounds and 7 mortal wounds into the Gluttons. So 7 mortals and 20 saves at no rend from the Skull Reapers going into the Gluttons. 6s to save are going to do mortals back. This is going to hurt.
Let's see that LWG.
You need a 5 up to save. There's a leaner right there.
Leaner right there.
Not a lot. No, 1 LWG. That is not statistical.
No, that is not.
Not statistical.
So 5s to... Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
I have like no saves in this at all.
The Great Maw has forsaken them. Oh no.
1, 2.
So that should be 17, right?
4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's the squad.
Well,
because he already had.
And plus 7 mortal wounds.
Yeah, that's what I'm counting. So.
Well, how much did we do? We did
1,
5, 10, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, okay.
17, and then there's 7 more. So that's 24.
They only have 24 wounds.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. Okay, so the Skull Reapers went in doing 17 through on the Gluttons and 7 additional mortals and killed the squad to a man with 24 damage.
You do take 1 mortal wound in return.
Yep, and sadly they only rolled the 1/6. I was expecting way more.
Yeah.
So we take the mortal wound back, and I'll put that out right now. And that is, wow, brutal stuff from the Skull Reapers. Now it's back over to the Mawtribes. Next up is the Tyrant into the Blood Warriors.
All right, so this is the Thunder Mace. On 6s, I will be doing D3 mortal wounds. So this is 3s to start. Oh, look at that.
There's a 6.
So that's 1 hit with an additional D3 mortal wounds. So now,
and it's addition to.
In addition to, so first I now have to roll to wound. This is just the regular Thunder Mace wound roll that wounds.
Nice.
So right now, Jared, you have a 1 at -2 for 3 damage.
That's a 6 up save. No. It goes
and that
through.
is 3 damage.
Plus D3.
And now D3 mortal wounds. That's 3 more mortal, so 6
damage.
wounds.
Oh, so
that's from his first weapon.
Now, right, because he gets to use all of his weapons
yes, now this is the glaive. You're not a hero or monster, so I don't have to worry about any bonuses for that. So 3s to hit, both hit.
Nice,
3s to wound.
1
wound, -1.
That's 5 up. I made it. Okay.
Right. Gulping bite, 3s to hit, misses, and no modifiers. So,
but you did kill 3 Blood Warriors.
Yes, he did.
Crazy stuff. So they're going to actually pile in and attack you. The 3 Blood Warriors died, and it was 3 that were around the Tyrant. So here we go. They do have the +1 to hit. I remembered it this time. And we re-roll 1s because of our axes, so we missed 1. Okay. And then we wound on 4s, but we're whipped, so we re-roll fails. Okay, so we picked up 2 more there, and that is 5 no rends on the Tyrant, and he has the 3 up save. Big 3 up. Oh, so fails 3, but remember, you can pass them.
So yes, so pass
4
these.
up, pass to the Iron Guts.
So
Past.
1 goes past to the Iron Guts.
Yep.
And then so he's gonna be up to 5.
So the Tyrant suffered 2. He has suffered 5 wounds total. Yeah. Still has 3 left. But remember, this is where you have your healing that can kick in then. So then this guy, we couldn't remember, but we think he has now 1 wound remaining. Yes. But it is what it is. So cool. All right, because he passed the wounds over there. All right, then it is my turn to pick, and I only have 1 that I can pick, and that's going to be the Mighty Skull Crushers. Okay, so the Mighty Skull Crushers have piled in, and I was able to get this one to swing around and the champions to get in. So there's only 4 left, and they're using their blood glaives, so they have +1 attack for the banner. There wasn't quite enough to get in with the Wrathmongers. So 4 each, 5 for the champion, hitting on 4s, and we've got no rerolls. Okay. Wounding on 3s. Oh, that was a really good wound roll. So that's 6 -1s into the Gluttons.
Saving on 6s.
Nice, save 2. So they're just 1 damage each. So that's just going to kill 1 Glutton. Yep, cuts him down. So the Crushers are hitting on 3s. Take out the fails. And they're wounding on 3s. Okay, so that's going to be 5, 8, no rends, 1 damage.
Saving on 5s.
Picked up 1 save there. So putting through some work onto the ogres. So that's 7 wounds going through.
So I lose 1 more.
And 1 has 1 wound left. What everyone's been waiting for. The Huskard and Stonehorn, first charge of the new book. Here we go.
Alright, punches and kicks, hits on 3s, wounds on 4s. 1 wound, no rend, 1 damage.
Okay, so 4 up. That's a save on a 5. Okay, now this is the
Now this is the rock hard horns. I'm in the 2nd wound tier because I've taken 3 wounds, so that means I get 5 attacks. I hit on, usually I'll hit on 4s, but because I have the mount trait of black clatterhorn, I'll get +1, so I'll be 3s and I'll be hitting on 3s and wounding on 2s because I charged.
Oh, no. Charging now.
Oh, no.
+1 damage.
It's +1 damage.
Yeah.
So this is 3s and 3s. 3s and 3s. 3s to hit.
Nice. Okay.
And now I need 3s to wound. So 2 wounds.
Oh, man.
2 at -2.
Oh, that's a 6 up. I did make 1.
That's 4 damage.
Kills 2 guys. Oh, gosh. All right, so 2 of them are down, and then you're still not done.
Crushing Hooves. D6 attacks. 3. Not bad. So I'm going to be hitting on 3s. 1 hit.
Okay.
3s to wound.
Oh,
Nothing.
No. Okay. But still, cutting down 2 Blood Warriors. They're going to attack back. So, 1, 2, this is 2, and they'll be into the Stonehorn. So here they go. So hitting on, they're still buffed, so they're hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s, and then wounding on 4s. But re-rolling everything because of the whip. We did fail 4 of them. Okay, so 5, no rends. No rends at all.
4 up. So
save
2.
3, and then you can shrug on 5+.
Yeah, you're right. Shrug.
Wow, so they just take 1.
Yep.
Wow, that's coming in handy. Just 1 into the Stonehorn. So, cool. The dice were a little not super hot.
No,
there,
I still killed 2 guys.
I mean, yeah, that is, the damage potential from the Stonehorn is terrifying. So, okay, and I think that is it. So after turn to Battle Shocks, we got to do some Battle Shocks. So, Ogres, they don't have to test here because they're eating now because they're in close combat, which gives them +2 bravery. They only lost 2 guys, makes them a 6. They can't fail. So then the Iron Guts also lost 1. Now they're not in 3, so they are not +2, but they only lost 1 guy.
Yeah, so 7
They're at a
becomes 6. They
too.
can't fail.
So they're good to go. So that leaves me. I lost 2 Mighty Skull Crushers. Their bravery is 6, -2, but their banner gives them +2. So we're even at a 6. Then you have the Belor. The Belor is a -1. So on a 6 here, I could lose a Mighty Skull Crusher. No, that's a 2. We pass. But then the Blood Warriors lost 5. They do have a banner in that squad. So that would put them down. They lost 5. They're at 6, so they go down to 1. +1 for the banner is at a 2. This is going to hurt.
LWG.
This is going to hurt. That's
Yeah!
5. So that's 3 more Blood Warriors running away. Ouch. Yeah.
I
fought with
score.
everything.
I have the middle objective in these
Definitely.
2.
So Mawtribes are going to pick up. No. You have more than that.
Oh, I have that one.
You also snake this one. You have 10 models on it because of the Stonehorn. I got nothing. So you pick up 3 for holding those 2. +2, that's 5. 6 points. 6 points to your 2. So it's 8 currently to, what did I have? 5? Yeah. 8 to 5. No, 8 to 4.
8 to 4.
8 to 4 going into Khorne. Bottom of turn 2. Okay, we're breaking into the hero phase here. So what went down so far? The Bloodied Icon was here. It moved and hit the Butcher and hit the Iron Guts. Did 1 mortal wound to each. Also, this Slaughter Priest here was able to cast the Wrath Axe. It started in this position here, basically touching the Stonehorn and these...
Gutbusters.
Yeah, the Gluttons. So it did a little shimmy, like, you know, like a half a centimeter back, clips them, and then moves over its 8 over top of the Stonehorn. So it hits the Gluttons and the Stonehorn. So we're going to roll that up. On a 2+, it hits the Gluttons. Yes. And they take D3. So just 1 mortal wound. And then on the Stonehorn, on a 2+, yes, for just 1. I'm rolling the 1s. And then when it stops, I can pick an enemy unit in 3 inches and do the big chop. So we're going to hit that Tyrant. We got to get that Tyrant. So on a 2+, yes, whew, does D6 mortal wounds for just 3. Just 3 mortal wounds onto the Tyrant. And that kills him?
Yeah, he was at 6.
Okay, so Wrath Axe doing its bloody work there. And then...
Oh, wait a minute. Forgot I can... I'm going to shrug
Oh,
the
yes,
wounds.
you can pass them. So
you did 3
yeah,
wounds,
that's right. That's right. We did 3, yep.
So... Force the shrug. Oh, he's still dead.
And just 1 over into the Iron Guts, though. Nice try, nice try. You just needed to roll that. It's almost like when you have 3 dice on a 4+.
Yeah.
It's either 2 of them are going to pass or 2 of them are going to fail. So, okay. And then we still got blood boils because this is going to be nasty. We're going to try to blood boil these Gluttons over here. So the first priest, need a 4. Yep. So for D6 mortals. Oh, man, there's the big 6. Big 6 on them. And then the other Slaughter Priest does fail with the reroll. It goes off for D6. 5. That's 11 mortal wounds coming through onto the Gluttons. That is painful stuff. So there's 1 with 1 left.
Yeah.
Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Khorne is angry today. Okay. We're also in the hero phase. Going to spend our 4 blood tithe points on Apocalyptic Frenzy, my favorite one. We're going to trigger these guys to attack in the hero phase onto that wounded Ogor. So they are under the banner. We'll do the glaives first. And he has 1 wound left. That's all we have to do.
Yep.
Okay, so we're hitting on 3s. Oh no, excuse me, these are the glaives. We're hitting on 4s with the glaives. And we're wounding on 3s. That's what it is. So he takes 7 minus 1s. Ross, is he going to die? You have to pass 7.
No.
Hey, he rolled 2 6s there, but there's the 1. So he does go down, which that makes us pick up. We're back to 1 blood tithe, but he'll be dead in the hero phase. Yep. We'll clean up the board and come right back. Okay, so after the Khorne hero phase, which we broke in and showed you a bunch, and now into the Khorne movement phase, what went down? Since the Crushers killed that guy in the hero phase, they were able to move up, getting and to threaten that Stonehorn, which still has control of that stinking objectives because he's 10 models. We're going to have to kill him. If we don't kill him, we're not going to get it back. So you could run away with it on points just because of that. These guys are still stuck in, so they couldn't move. These guys now... We made these Blood Warriors made a ring about 3 inches away, and they got fully buffed. So they're whipped, they're +1 to hit, and they're +1 save from the Slaughter Priests and the Banner guy. We had the Wrathmongers moving in to give them support, to give them those extra attacks. The Mighty Lord of Khorne is coming around the side, and then the Skull Reapers did a run move. They only rolled a 2 to go up the side of the board to try to get to that objective back there. We are very behind on points, and we really need to take the middle, but it's going to be tough with all those ogres. So that's that. We do not have any shooting because we're Khorne, so we're going into charges. Over here, Crushers are charging. That's a 6. +1 for the horn, so they're going to make it in, but they don't have their super awesome charge. It's just 1 dice for each guy that's going to be in base, so we'll just do it now because they're all going to make it. On 2 pluses, so we rolled 2 1s. That's just 2 mortal wounds on the Stonehorn. Ross, you want to shrug that on a 5? Shrug 1. Only take 1 mortal wound, and then we'll get them moved in. Other charge, Blood Warriors here. We want the Blood Warriors to go in. Blood Warriors roll a 12 +3 from the whip. That's a 15-inch charge. We're going to move him up and then we'll come right back. All right, and the Mighty Lord of Khorne, he's doing his charge. A 4. Might make it up. We'll measure it up and we'll come right back. So the Mighty Lord did make it in, and that is the end of our charges for this turn, and this is what the battlefield looks like. So I've been looking it over. These Iron Guts they're terrifying because there's only 4 of them, but they could really mess my guys up. So looking at the field, I think we're going to have to go we're going to have to go with the Blood Warriors first. So I'll get those dice ready, and we'll come right back. Okay, so Blood Warriors are up first. Okay, so they're full buffed, and we spent the command point for all-out attack. So they're hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s, wounding on 4s, rerolling all fails. Yeah, that's all the things that they've got going for them. And they have +1 armor save if they get attacked back. So here we go, hitting on 2s. Oh, and they have +2 attacks for the Wrathmongers and the Banner. We're going to be rerolling those 1s from all-out attack. I think that's everything. We do fail 2. But oh my gosh, all those are hits. Wounding on 4s. And re-rolling all the fails.
Ugh.
Which, man, I really did fail a lot. Thank goodness for that whip. Look at all those fails. Yeah, that's a lot. And 4s again. Okay. Wow, only picked up a couple there. Gosh, this is a lot. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26. 26 no-rend saves on the Iron Gut. So 26 no-rend. 26 4-ups coming up for the Iron Gut. Do you have any command points?
No.
No, you're all out. Okay, here we go.
Ugh. 1, 2, 3.
Got him?
4, and...
There's only 4 there.
Oh, yeah, then they're all dead, yeah.
We got them. So the Blood Warriors do take down the mighty Iron Guts and pick up another blood type point. So we're back up to 2. But now it's that stinking... Stonehorn. This could... Because, again, if we don't kill him, he's going to hold that objective. That's really going to hurt our... Okay, so here comes the punches and kicks. And he is -1 from the Wrath Axe. But, yeah.
So, one hit. And one wound for 1 damage.
No rend?
No rend.
3 up. Saved it. Okay, that was punches and kicks, but now you've got the horns, right?
So hitting on 5s because of a -1.
Oh, 3 hits.
3s to wound.
Well, you have +1 to hit from your mount trait.
Oh, you're right.
They all
right.
hit.
Yeah, they all hit. So 3s to wound. Oh my.
Okay, so just the 1. Just the 1.
-2 for 3 damage.
Okay, so that 5 up save failed. So that's gonna kill the one. The one that was wounded off is dead, and now you still got the hooves.
Crushing hooves. 6.
Nice. +1 to hit, -1 to hit, so you're just even.
So hitting on 3s, miss.
Oh no, it's not +1 to hit. That's only with the horns.
Oh, you're right. But still, that's 4s to hit then.
Yep.
So 3 hits, and then 3s to wound is a 3 to wound.
3 pluses. Okay. We've got
3 wounds at -1.
It's 4 ups. 4 ups. I mean, come on. Oh, tough stuff. But we did kill one of the mighty skull crushers. That's really going to cut down our number of attacks. So coming back with Khorne, yep. We're going to do the mighty skull crushers next. All right. So the mighty skull crushers lost 1 of their number, but they're going in on the Stonehorn. This is the glaives first, hitting on 4s. We don't have any buffs here, so just 4 hits. I can roll bad too. And wounding on 3s. It's 2 -1s so far. And then we've got the crushers themselves hitting on 3s. And wounding on 3s. So that looks like, what, 6 no rends, 2 1 rends. And they're all 1 damage.
Alright, so this is 5s.
Save 1.
5 up shrug. Made
nice.
it.
So no damage. No damage taken.
And this is just on 4s.
Yep.
Alright.
Wow, nice. Okay.
Shrugs on a 5.
Okay.
2 go through.
Okay, those 2 Blood Warriors, they were in 3 inches of the Stonehorn, so they're going to pile in. However, because the 1 model's in the way, and they were basically exactly 3 away, I can't get the Gorglaive into combat. He's not in range. So this is just the one guy under the influence of the banner, hitting on 3s, 2 hits, and wounding on 4s. Just one wound on the stone horn. And that's a save. That stone horn, that stinking stone horn just stonewalled me. And because he counts as 10 models, he still has this objective. I'm not going to get the points over there. That's a really good rule. That's a really good rule. So, okay, so now we're at the end of the phase because that's all the combats. Brutal stuff from Khorne with the fighting back. Now I got to roll to see if the judgments disappear. So the icon stays, and the Wrath Axe does in fact disappear. So the Wrath Axe is going bye-bye. And then we're into Battle Shocks. I lost 1 here, but they're +2, so they're not going to, because of the banner, so they're not going to be able to fail. And then did these guys lose any? No, they're the same as last time. And that's it. That's it, right? Because you don't need any Battle Shocks anywhere because he's a monster.
So how many points do you get now?
How many points did I get? I get 1, 2, 3. So I'm only, it's 7, right?
Yeah, you're at 7 to 8. I have 8, you have 7.
7 to 8. Oh man. But this if I double turn here, that's probably that's gonna hurt. Over. It's gonna hurt. So here we go. Here we go, Ross. The Beast Claw or the Ogres need it.
Oh!
They got the 1. They got the 1.
That's
all right.
Game over.
That's it?
Yeah.
We're gonna play it out, or are you gonna throw in the towel?
No, play it out. Play it out.
We'll play it out? All right. Turn 3 coming. Okay, so it is Khorne turn, so we're going to move the icon. It's going to go whoosh, and it's going to hit both of these squads here. So D3 mortal wounds onto the Butcher. He takes 1. And D3 mortal wounds onto the Mournfang. Suffers 1. So both 1 from the icon. And then we're going to attempt on this guy to summon the Wrath Axe. No, but we are near the altar, so we can re-roll. No Wrath Axe this turn. Saved Ross this time. Now we're going to Blood Boil the Stonehorn. Blood Boil on the Stonehorn. Goes off on a 4. 4. Just 1 mortal wound. Just the 1. Oh, you get to shrug. You get to shrug.
Oh, yeah. Shrug.
No, nope. So just 1 mortal wound. So the other priest is going to try to finish him off. It does go off on Blood Boil. 4. 3 mortal wounds this turn.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I keep forgetting.
So the shrug. He saves them all. Saves them all. Wow. The Stonehorn just will not die. I only have 2 blood ties, so I will not be able to finish him off.
Screw half damage. I'll take 5
Oh my gosh. How many winners does he have left?
He has 2 left.
All right, after Khorne, turn 3, the red butchers are moving through the center of the field now over all the slaughtered Mawtribes. But we're having fun. Me and Ross are having a great time. That Stonehorn is... He's making Ross reconsider even taking the little ogres at this point. So we're having a lot of fun and going over the book. So, but we did get the +1 save, +1 to hit off on the Blood Warriors again, and we did whip. We did +1 save over here on the Crushers, whipped, and +1 to hit on the Warriors. We've got all of our supporting elements moving up in. We've got the Wrathmongers moving this direction to give out their buffs. And the Skull Reapers did a run of 2, and they did make it in and get that objective. And Mighty Lord of Khorne is going to try to go kill the Firebelly. So, we got no shooting. We're going to charges. The Slaughter Priest here is going to charge. 6, that'll get him in on the Stonehorn. These Warriors are going to do their charge. That's a 5 + 3, so they're at an 8. They're going to be able to do what they want. And then the Mighty Lord of Khorne does a 4. He's going to make it in. And that will be all of our charges. We'll get them moved up, and we'll come right back. Okay, so the Mighty Skull Crushers are going to go first. They are affected by the Wrathmonger and the Banner. So they +2 attacks each. We're doing the Glaives first. And I'm spending all-out attack on them and the Blood Warriors up on the other side of the battle. So, no command points left. Here we go. Hitting on 4s. Rerolling 1s because of all-out attack.
Do you have a hero close enough to do that?
Yep, right here. There's a Slaughter Priest right in there. Okay, so hitting on 4s. And the Glaives wound on 3s. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8 -1s. You only have 2 left, so let's see if he can do it. 5s.
All right.
Save 2. Can the super shrugs keep coming? Wow, you saved 3.
No, he's gone.
So he finally took down the Stonehorn. So Khorne finally took down the Stonehorn there. He was super tough. And now it goes over to the Gutbusters. It looks like the Butcher is going to be up next. Okay, so the Slaughtermaster is going into the Blood Warriors.
All right, 2d6 attacks. So I'll get 7 attacks.
Nice, nice, nice.
All right. 3s and 3s.
Oh, nice roll. Missed 1.
So 1, 2, 3 wounds, no round, 1 damage apiece.
3 minus 1. So that puts me to... They do have the +1 save. No, that's on the Crushers. Yeah, my bad. So this is 5 ups. So we fail all 3.
All right, Gulping Bite.
Are they 1 damage each?
Yes.
So that's going to kill one and put a wound on another one.
So Gulping Bite misses.
And then the Noblars.
And then the Noblars. Shame on people who don't put the Noblars on their Slaughtermaster.
Noblars are great.
They all miss.
Oh, no. Oh, no. And interestingly enough, we were looking at the points. It might be worth looking at the normal Butcher, because the normal Butcher is way better in close combat. But then he doesn't have the Cauldron. So
you need the Cauldron. Just imagine if I had the Cauldron terrain piece in this battle.
That might have come in handy. Absolutely.
That would have turned the tide on a lot of things. All my spells would have gone off. I would have been able to regenerate some wounds. I mean,
definitely. We're gonna have to get that maw pot. That's what we're gonna have to do.
It's on the list. I'll have it for our next battle report.
All right, cool. All right, so then the Warriors are coming up now. All right, and the orgy of slaughter continues with the Blood Warriors. They are all 10 of them are in, and they're +1 to hit, so they're going to be hitting on 2s. And we used all-out attack, so we're re-rolling 1s. Okay, so we missed 1. And then we're going to be wounding on 4s, re-rolling all the fails, of which there were many. And 4s. Oops. So we've got 5, we've got 10, we've got 15, 16, 17, 18 saves on the Slaughtermaster.
Any AP?
Nope, no random, just 1 damage, 18 on the Slaughtermaster.
So 5s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, he's dead.
He's dead. We got him. So the Blood Warriors again proving their great worth in taking down the Slaughtermaster. And to round it out, we have got the Fire Belly coming in on the mighty Lord of Khorne in all of his vengeance, fiery vengeance coming in on the Lord of Khorne.
3s.
2 hits.
3s to wound. 1 at -1.
So he has a 3 up, so brings him to a 4 up. Passes. That's it?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Okay, so mighty Lord of Khorne is under the banner. So he's going to have, this is the reality splitting axe. He's hitting on 3s. Okay, so 2 hits. And he's going to be wounding on 3s. So that's 2 at -2.
So I fail automatically because I'm already at 5.
And then do D3. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So I have 2 wounds left.
And then at the end of the phase, if any models have suffered a wound from the reality splitting axe, I roll a dice, and on a 5+, they're sucked into the realm of Khorne and slain. They're just slain. So 5+ till we end it out. There it is. The LWG sucks the Fire Belly into the realm of Khorne. A fitting end for this brutal and savage battle. And with that, Ross, where's the handshake? It was a lot of fun for the first outing with the Mawtribes. So.
Yeah.
Now, we were discussing it a lot, and obviously whenever there's a new army, there's definitely going to be a learning curve. And we were thinking, maybe running into the cornball of death, in hindsight, wasn't the most advantageous move. Probably should have stayed back and let me come to him. But then, it gets iffy because then you're giving up ground and objectives. We were thinking maybe hang back a little bit and let the ball break up a bit would be a good move, or which was another really good idea from Ross, was to have his army, since he's got the speed advantage, come in from the flank and hit the one side and just kind of work through one at a time, you know, without having to lose units on the other side of the battle. Do like a refused flank attack. That was the other thing we were looking at. But obviously, you know, it's the first outing with a new book. There's a lot to learn.
I need the maw pot.
We need that maw pot. That's true.
That would have turned the tide. My spells would have gone off. I would have healed some wounds.
And I mean, it was still a tough fight with Khorne. And I think now that the Mawtribes have tools, it just felt a lot better. Ross said he felt a lot better playing. He really enjoyed it. He likes being able to feel like he's actually able to put up a fight here and get in on the battle. So for those Gutbuster players out there, there is hope. So that's it. We had a fun outing today, and thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time at LWG.